my second guest, because they're doing something totally significant for Black women. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Tamika?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Tamika Spruse and Ilean Hayes.
Good morning.
Okay, who wants to tell us about the film?
Well, Redefining Beauty documentary is a documentary that follows the lives of four young women in Metro Detroit who are trying to overcome their life challenges.
Okay, four young women who are trying to overcome their life challenges. Are these true stories or what?
Oh yes, the young women were recruited, but they were recruited based on the variety of challenges they face. For instance, one young woman has spina bifida, and we follow her as she tries to navigate that illness. Another is a young mother. She was pregnant at 13. One is a newfound Christian.
Well, the one who was pregnant at 13, you said?
14-year-old mother.
14. Oh my goodness.
14-year-old mother.
I was so immature at 14. I was an idiot. I could have never done it.
You'd be amazed to speak with the women, with the young women, and hear their stories from their own mouths, their voices. They're just not at a place where we were at that same age.
Right, Ilean. And now the third one is who?
The one is a newfound Christian. She's a born again Christian, and in fact, she brought to us the young mother because she was mentoring that girl.
Okay, so the born again Christian, what was she doing before she was born again?
You speak to that.
Well, she was not didn't really feel confident of who she was as a person, so she believed that when she became a Christian, she had a newfound faith and purpose, and that's to
Okay, a
reach out to
newfound
her
faith and purpose. Yeah. Once she became a Christian and found God, right?
Yes.
And who's the fourth?
The fourth girl is a young woman with anger issues. So she's had fights. She's been in a gang.
How old
and
is she?
She is now 16.
Now 16.
She's just 16?
She's just 16, and over this last school year, she was kicked out of school at least twice.
Is she up on a better pedestal now? I mean, is she her thought process changed some?
And what we did in the documentary is that we partnered with local women in community who has nonprofits and work with girls. So they did workshops that would you see to help them through that, dealing with their struggles. So you do see some of the changes. A
So,
little bit of it.
Tamika, what it made you decide to do a film like this?
Well, I just remember when, not too long ago, when I was, young as a teenager and all the struggles that I had, being a young woman with a disability, being African American, and all the
Right,
struggles.
right.
So,
And let's tell the audience a little about that. Tamika is in a chair. She has a disability. Did you want to mention what that was?
yes, I have a spinal cord injury that was paralyzed as a baby, so I use a wheelchair to get around.
Yes, paralyzed as a baby, and there's another person who did have I had spinal cord issues myself. I know how it can be. Of course, I don't know. I'm not in a chair permanently, but I was at one time, and I admire you so much because I met Tamika when she was doing a film. She's out there. She's such an inspiration because she hasn't let any of this stop her. She got married. She has two children.
Yes.
Two children. And I mean, God is so good.
Yes, he is.
It's just amazing. And I mean, wherever I would go, I see Tamika there. And that is just so inspiring because there's so many people who are sitting around doing nothing. And they have so many abilities. They're not disabled. They're healthy, but it's easier to do nothing for some people.
Yeah, so I just really wanted to create a documentary to reach out to young women to say that you can overcome your challenges, whatever they may be.
Okay, so how far are you along in it, and want to talk?
We've finished our principal photography. We may have some what we call pickup shots to do a little bit later on. But now we're at the point we're in post-production, so we're raising funds to finish that post-production process so that we will be able to have all of the editing done and all of the final touches done and be able to have a release within the year.
Oh, I hope so, because this is so important, because black women have been maligned for so many reasons. There's so many stereotypes, and we're fighting against a lot of those things. And what has really bothered me is the fact that there are so many. See, I thought after my generation, everybody just would keep on coming up, keep on getting better, and so forth. But it didn't happen with everyone. You think people would listen to the people who've been there when it was even harder. Now I find so many black women wanting to fight. I mean, grown women wanting to fight, wanting to argue. They don't know how to walk away. And sometimes I think that's attributed to some of the reality TV that they see on television. What do you think?
Yes, I definitely believe so. The culture of, women can't get along. And so, when girls see that, then they think that's cute and that's the thing to do. And you have like social media is a big aspect too. There's I forgot the name of the website. World Star Hip Hop.
World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah.
You
showing
can see
girls
every fight you
fighting.
want to see.
Yeah, YouTube and everything. So
That is awful. I mean, it is.
There's also a disconnect, and some of the girls, they don't use that phrase disconnect, but they don't really feel connected to the generation before us. It seems that it's different. What they're going through is fresh, and it's just not the same thing that their mothers and their grandmothers went through.
Yeah, but. Yeah, but.
Yeah, but
When I was coming along, there were no mentoring programs. There were none of that. None of that. The more it seems we give, the more there's so many mentoring programs out there, and the girls are helped. But then there's so many girls who don't even get involved, or people can't find them. They just kind of drop out.
sometimes the emphasis is on the wrong syllable.
Yes.
The one of the girls said that even though her school has uniforms, it doesn't matter because the women will find the kids will find a way to accessorize that. So maybe you'll have a belt. So you're having a $300 belt with your outfits, and so that's the kind of pressure that, and someone's purchasing that for those young girls.
And the thing about it is, people have made things become who they are.
yeah,
This status with wearing the well-known designers and so forth. I'm saying, who's paying for all of this?
That's right. And they have it. They have they have the purses, they have the hair, they have the nails. So so somehow all of that is being financed. None of the one had a job.
One had a job.
I think just one of the girls had a job. The other, someone was financing.
yeah. Parents.
That's amazing. But I think that television has done a lot to waylay the young ladies. I really, really do. And the girl that you have who has the anger issues, is she back in school or?
Yeah, she's back in school. I just talked to her recently. So she's back in school, haven't fought any.
She hasn't fought.
Yeah, not yet. So she said that she's trying to stay focused and do better now.
I never forget a young lady named Rhonda, and she, we used to talk about, she had some anger issues, and we used to talk about fighting. I said, don't fight. I said, mess up your hair. I mean, scratch your face. I was just trying to say the little outwardly things. Plus, you got to go around the school feeling bad about yourself, especially if you're lost and so forth. And no telling, not too long afterwards, she got in a fight. And she told me, she said, Miss Perryman, when I was fighting, I was thinking about you. Said she, because she had a scratch on her face, her hair got pulled and all of that. And the scratch is still there. But that was the last fight she had. And she has turned her life around, and she's doing very, very well. Because a lot of times we have to learn to get over what just hurt us.
Yeah, and that's what you see in the documentary. That you see how she, with the help of Kimberly Naylor, she
I
helped
know
her.
Kimberly.
Yeah, she's in the documentary as well. So she helped her kind of go through what happened to her to make her be this way. Because the one thing I did learn from Kimberly in the documentary is that you see kids act out and we say, oh, they just bad kids and stuff, but really they acted out because something happened in their lives that caused them to be that way. They're not going to tell you, they're going to show you what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, something happened in their lives. Somebody didn't give them something,
And
Um,
sometimes it was a really big thing, and
oh,
that comes
yes.
out in the documentary.
Oh, well, good, good, good. We can't wait to see that. And also, we have the young lady with spina bifida. Tell me about her.
She is a very bright and courageous young woman, and speaks very um, matter of factly about her disability. She has a strong support system, which was not quite the same for all of the girls. Her mother was very involved. Her dad was very involved in all of the activities. We provided her with a mentor because she identified some things that she wanted to be able to handle. She was concerned about, how will I navigate college, even though that's a little ways away, and how will I have a job and do some of these things that I may want to do later on. So we were able, through the documentary, to put her in touch with some people to help her with exercises and resources that will help her through what she's going to face next based on what she identified.
Now, is she in a wheelchair?
She is very lucky. She has a what they call a shunt, and she can walk. She is very able-bodied. When you view her, it's a hidden disability for her, but she has a lot of pain that she suffers, and that is what she struggles with. Is
And
because
that's
she
what
doesn't look that
a
way.
lot of people
Yeah.
don't understand, that so many people out there are going through things and they have a lot of pain, and everybody just doesn't talk about their pain. But she's trying to fit in, but there's some things that she probably just can't do.
There's some athletic activities she can't do. She's concerned if she falls, what will happen. She's concerned if her shunts get wet, what will happen. So she has some things she has to protect in terms of her physical abilities.
Absolutely, my goodness, she so much. And then there was another one. What was the first? Well, the first one was spina bifida, and then it was there was some. Who was the second girl?
The pregnant.
Yeah, the one who was pregnant at 13 and had a baby at 14. How do you do that? How do you? I mean, how do you? How does she navigate? Get help, or she has to get help because she has to finish school.
Well, uh, unfortunately, it didn't turn out too well. So, um, I don't want to get too much
Don't go.
involved in
Don't
it,
give
but
us too much away.
yeah.
But we got a ways before we see this film.
Right.
I want to know.
Yeah.
So basically, she does have a past which brought her to the point where she became pregnant, and the baby's father was much older than her, and it was just a very chaotic situation. So I've learned through the documentary is that some people, unfortunately, may not be able to receive the help
Well,
that's
I
needed
just
at that
say
time.
you can't save everybody.
Yeah.
That's just it. I mean, you could try, but people may not have the same passion as you do. They don't
Yeah.
have the same backstory, because there's always a backstory. Some people can break through that wall and overcome. Some people just cannot. They cannot see the future, or they see their future as very limited.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that we wanted to. When we started this, and we had all these workshops that we wanted to introduce the girls to. We wanted to have the open-ended answer. What will happen? We hope that we'll all be for the better, but we really didn't know that. So we wanted to make sure that we gave them information and resources that would propel them to a new level, but we didn't know how to respond to all of that. So that's part of
Oh,
the
this is
exploration
great. I mean,
of the documentary.
this is fabulous because you'll have the audience on edge too. What's going on? What's going to happen, and so forth. And some of these young ladies, you said somebody helped you get them. I mean,
We had an open call,
Yeah.
and we met them, and we interviewed them, and we selected the girls that we thought would be best to work with.
okay, okay. How can people donate?
Well, right now, they could go to our website, www.redefiningbeautydocumentary.com.
Okay, www.redefiningbeautydocumentary.com.
Documentary.
Wow, that's a long name there. www.re
www.redefiningbeautydocumentary.com.
is www is not www dot.
Yeah, there's a dot there.
Yes, I thought so. That's what I thought you said. www.redefiningbeautydocumentary.com.
That's it.
Yes.
And I mean, to help with post production, this is an important film.
Yeah, you can also sign up to receive updates about the film, and to donate. There's a donate page.
There's a donate page.
Yes.
Did I say donut? I guess I'm hungry, huh? Okay, so well, we're getting ready to wrap this up and everything.
There's also Facebook.
That's
where
what
you-
I was going to ask about.
There is Facebook by the same name and Twitter, so that you can connect with us with those ways as well.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent, excellent. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important film. You know, women, they need the help. The young ladies need the help. So, hopefully, we will hear from you. www.redefiningwomen, redefiningbeautydocumentary.com. So, thank you, Ilean, and thank you,
Thank you.
Tamika,
Thank you.
Thank
and
you very much.
everything. You all were great. You're
Thank you.
great, looking so pretty. So
Thank you.
black women, I tell you.
You're the one.
Yes.
Oh no,
You're the
girl,
one.
please. I'm old. Anyway, we'll be back in just a few minutes with Table Talk, and we will be interviewing Keith Clinkscales from Revolt TV. He'll be calling in from somewhere, either New York or California. And we also have Zafar Brooks from Hyundai. He'll be calling in to about a very exciting event. So we'll see you in just a few minutes with Table Talk with Brenda Perryman. Plus, we're discussing some things too. See you then. Thank you.